Power!
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 To the people!
Power to the people!
Okay. Hello everyone. We have a bit of an issue with continuity here. I started filming last night. I thought the video was a bit of a rubbish one, so I put it on my computer and didn't actually have a look at it until today and realised it was actually great. So I'm wearing a different shirt, different lighting, but no problem, no worries. I took part in the Anti-Tory protest on Saturday the 9th of May. But firstly, have a look at this. Hello, on Saturday the 9th of May I headed down to London. First of all I met with Akram. Akram's a friend who I'd never actually met in person before. It was on the internet. We met in 2007-8 time. We were on a service called Skypecast, which was run by Skype but it's now discontinued. It was kind of like a radio show, so one person would host and then they could have 100 listeners, but then choose which ones to add into the talking area. But this time I actually met him in person. We got on really well. I just want to say I had a fantastic morning, and thank you very much, Akram. I had a great day. Then we went to St Pancras and met with Seb, and then we went along and split ways with Akram, and he headed back to his hotel, and Seb and I headed down to Trafalgar Square. We headed to Tory HQ and there were some police officers but no people, and we were wondering what was going on. And apparently they were at Trafalgar Square, and we joined in the anti-Tory protest. Now some of you may be thinking, what on earth did I just hear? Samuel Shoesmith is joining an anti-Tory protest, I don't understand. My views are incredibly complicated, and if you want to discuss them with me, please talk to me. Now I don't mean chat to me on Facebook, I'm not a fan of communication in the written form, but have a conversation with me. Either meet me in person or call me, and yeah, I'm more than willing to talk about my political viewpoints. So I took part in these protests and I was with my friend Seb and my friend Tom, and it was, being a nice day as well, a fantastic environment to be in. It was just extremely warm, and I don't just mean physically hot. I mean it was a feeling of solidarity, a feeling that everyone was in the same boat. It was bloody nice.
Got the tallest in office!
Okay, I can't see that my camera is working, but I'm here with Seb and with Tom in, I'm not sure what park we're actually in right now. Green Park, High Park, St James's Park, A Park. Whose park is it? Whose park is it? Our park. Oh, it's not working. Okay. There's a lot of great banter going on in the crowds here. A lot of people are angry. A lot of grass is being ruined. Can we just pan to the grass, please, Seb? A lot of grass is being trodden down. Everyone's feeling very infused.
If you think David Cameron's a bellend, give me a cheer! Power!
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 To the people!
Power to the people!
I can yell louder! Power to the people!
Power to the people!
The people got the power!
The people got the power!
Tell me, can you feel it?
Tell me, can you feel it?
Getting stronger by the hour!
Getting stronger by the hour!
Power!
Power!
To the people!
It suddenly turned the mood when people started running away and the violent episode erupted, there were, I think, people with the intent to cause havoc. Only a small pocket of this big turnout, but I think they were there. So there were people with smoke grenades, there were people with cans of spray paint, and they did graffiti, which was terrible. And I think that they were there to cause antagonism. Now, I'm not sure entirely what happened at the front. I was not near the front of the protest where the police then were. I was back a bit, so I couldn't see exactly what happened. Now, for whatever reason, they decided to cover their face, and in that kind of situation, when you cover your face with a balaclava or a scarf or hat or hoodie, it creates a sense of you're going to do something naughty. And I don't know if they started pushing or attacking or if it was different. I'm not sure what went on. I watched a video a couple of days ago that highlighted how the actions of the police caused a reaction by the protesters, which in turn caused a reaction by the police, and it escalated from there. As soon as the police saw this eruption of violence, they then called in the riot police, and the issue is riot police are quite intimidating. As they were running down Whitehall towards me, it was just a sense of, I think, shock. You've got to make a snap decision of where you go, what you do, and they were running towards us. The police vans were behind us, and they barricaded us in and made a tiny gap for everyone to run through. Of course, if you imagine everyone, including civilians, including non-protesters, trying to get through the gap, it caused a bottleneck, and yeah, I didn't get through. So this act of kettling by the police was not good. I can understand where kettling could be useful in a situation where there is complete violence by everyone, but a hell of a lot of people were not there to cause violence and were trapped in. And I was presented with a situation where a riot police officer put his hands on my shoulders and pushed me over, and not pushed me over, pushed me sort of in the direction of the side, and I complained about that. I thought that was ridiculous. I wasn't being violent at all, and I was treated like that, and I thought, well, that's not what should have happened. Yeah, it was very exhilarating. It was very, this is very different. It was my first ever sort of kettling situation I've been presented in, and I don't think that is a very useful tactic. It caused a lot of upset and then further antagonism. After our experience, we then headed to Wetherspoons. We had a couple of drinks, which was nice, and then we decided to have a meal. We couldn't find anywhere to sit, it being such a popular Wetherspoons, but then we found these men, and we just asked them if we could sit on their table. I said sure, and we ordered some food, and we started talking to them, and it was such a great experience because they listened to us and we listened to them. We gave respect to each other and listened to each other's viewpoints, which were slightly different. And it was such a nice encounter. It was really, really good. We then headed to a pub in Soho. We didn't leave enough time. We would have gone to all different places, but we went to one and then we had to head back, so we left Tom. Tom went to get his bike and cycle home, and then I went with Seb to St Pancras, and we got on the train and we met these two guys who were from the Navy, and they were a bit intoxicated, but it was great talking to them and just having a nice chat. I had a nice day. I'll speak to you soon. Everybody, ooh, ooh.